Hi guys, Football-ManagerYouthDevelopment.co.uk here. Welcome back to our Buxton playthrough. This is the second episode of this series, and in today's episode we're going to be playing one game, and we're also going to be having a look at the transfers that I've made so far. So I think with the transfers, the best thing for me to do is probably just go through the kind of key players that I've bought. So as you can imagine, being a non-league team, I've not signed anybody for any value of money. Everybody's come in on free transfers or loan deals. Quite a few people have left the club as well. A few people I just wanted to get kind of shot off, basically just to, kind of make way for room in the team, and plus just to kind of free up some wages and things like that as well. So yeah, let's have a look at some of the key players so far. So we managed to sign Gary O'Neill on a free transfer, and yeah, pretty decent start so far, I guess. He's maybe expected to be one of the better players that I've kind of managed to sign for this team. What we will do, we will have a really quick look at the the squad itself just in full once I've ran through the transfers, just so you can see, like, in terms of current ability and potential ability and things like that. One thing I've mentioned quite a few times when you are playing non-league football on Football Manager, well, any of the football managers, just make sure that you're signing players based upon current ability. There's really not any point at all just signing your players based upon potential ability when you're in the lower leagues. The aim of when you are managing a lower league team is to just try and shoot through the leagues as quickly as possible, and obviously the best way to do that is just completely focus on current ability. So yeah, Gary O'Neill was a player that we brought in. Yeah, he's been playing quite a few games, maybe not too much of a good average rating at the moment, but obviously the team's still kind of like bedding in and things like that. This guy called Carl Vassell, he's been doing really well for us at the moment. He's on loan from Peterborough, and yeah, he's been the one that's kind of been putting in the goals for us. So in 14 starts, he's managed 7 goals. So he's been doing really well, actually. Yeah, just recently, average rating is 7.36 as well. So, and as you can see, quite a few green arrows, which is obviously really positive, especially for non-league, because you're not going to be expecting kind of drastic improvements in your players that you have got. This player, unfortunately, has been out injured for a little while, David Atkinson, but he's actually rated as one of the better players in the whole squad. And yeah, so got really kind of high hopes for this guy. Still quite young at 22 years old. But yeah, even for this level, he's got kind of key things for a ball-winning midfielder. So yeah, really good work rate, good bravery, good aggression, and good tackling as well. So really happy to have this guy on board. We've also got Eric Grimes in goal. Now, he started off playing quite a few games for us, but just recently we've actually signed in another goalkeeper. But yeah, he's not too bad, this guy. Just a young 20-year-old goalkeeper. He probably would do all right. He's good kind of backup goalkeeper and should do a job for us if we just kind of need some extra bodies just to kind of fill in. Joe Wright is a centre-back that we've got. Now, this guy's really highly rated. So yeah, kind of having a look at his sort of potential ability and things like that, he's actually really highly rated. And yeah, he's doing really well for us at the moment so far. So, 6'4" in height, trying to improve his strength as much as possible, just to kind of make him a little bit more dominant. But yeah, at 20 years old, he's doing quite well for us so far, which is quite pleasing. We got Craig King, who we've been using as a right winger so far. Now, this guy I've just got on non-contract terms. When I was just kind of trying to find some players at the beginning of the, when I kind of started this file, I just wanted to sort of just bring some bodies in, basically, more than anything else. Yeah, so to get this guy just on like non-contract terms was good enough for me. Now, he's been playing quite a few games, and yeah, considering we're not paying him anything in wages. I mean, with non-league, obviously this player, if he plays like the whole season, I'm not actually paying him any wages, then that's good enough for me. Obviously he gets paid based upon the games that he does play for us, but yeah, so it's all good, all good for me, basically. Got a guy called James Tunnicliffe as well. Now, he's been doing quite well in centre-back partnership with Wright as well. So both of them guys are 6'4". They're not exactly kind of the strongest guys, but yeah, both kind of pretty tall centre backs as well, which I think is pretty, it's something you just kind of need at non-league level, just kind of, a little bit more of a kind of presence about you. And that's something that I really do try and look for when you sign players for like non-league teams. Just try and have a look out for their physical attributes. The kind of technical attributes are never going to be brilliant at all, but you just need to sort of make them do a job, if you like. So if you do sign like a striker, just try and look for his best finishing attribute as you can, or midfielder, just look for a good tackling or passing attribute, or that's what you need to be doing, just kind of picking out key attributes. And that's how I find my players at non-league level. So most of these are just kind of squad players. I won't show you these guys at the moment. Nicky Clear's probably worth showing you. He's my left winger, and he's been doing quite well. So just recently, 7.56 average rating. He's been banging in a few more goals recently, actually, which is quite pleasing, and which is why he's been, which is why his average rating is a lot higher over the last 5 games. Again, nothing special at all, but he seems to be doing a job for us at the moment. So 5 goals in 11 appearances, just from the left wing, and 4 assists as well. I really just brought this guy in just for his, experience. It's kind of funny actually when you're looking at these like non-league players. They look absolutely awful. Compared to some of the other kind of teams I've been managing. My MK Dons file that I was doing for quite a while. Obviously, I built that team up into a Premier League team, and so I'm used to looking at pretty decent players, to be honest. And when you see the players like this, it's actually quite tough to kind of get excited about them. Obviously, they need to do a job for me at the club at the moment, but obviously they won't be around for very long. So as long as they're doing a job for me at the moment, that's all that matters. Joe Taylor was the goalkeeper that I kind of said to you guys I bought in earlier. He's not been playing too well over the last 5 games, which is why I can let the other Irish guy just kind of step in. And I know the Irish guy will do a job for me. It's called Eric Grimes. I know he will do a job for me. Where Joe Taylor's form has dipped a little bit, but in terms of sort of star ratings, Joe Taylor's absolutely miles better than Eric Grimes at the moment. Recently, I've been just trying to get in a few more additional bodies. We've got Ryan Higgins in at right back. Now, these kind of newer players that I've been getting in, they've just been a little bit better quality. So, Kelvin Davis as well, 18-year-old. This guy was actually at Stoke last season. Only recently just brought him in, but just trying to get him up to match fitness. And as well, just recently we managed to get this guy, Tim Chowan, and he was at Wigan. And again, we're just trying to sort of improve his match fitness and things like that. But certainly these players are expected to be our kind of better players, like players like Higgins, Douglas and Chow. Quite a young team, to be honest. All the players are really young. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get the team ready for the game that we're going to be playing today. But I will obviously just show you some of the kind of players in terms of their current ability and things like that. And we'll also have a look at the league table. Okay, guys, so just before we get into this game, I just wanted to show you the league table. So we have actually started off quite well in the league. We are currently 4th after playing 14 games, won 6 games, drawn 5, lost 4, and we've scored 21 goals as well. So been doing pretty well. Obviously, still quite early days. I probably would take a place in the playoffs at the moment. Looks like Hereford are doing quite well. We're 7 points behind Hereford at the moment, so obviously we do just need to keep winning. Just kind of see how we get on, basically. But quite early days, and we're actually doing okay. We're obviously not. We weren't expected to kind of do much in this league, but certainly we're doing okay at the moment. So the team is actually ready for today's game. Just wanted to kind of show you some of the players. So obviously I spoke about trying to have a look at the ability of some of the players. You can see here that I've just been trying to, I've got a few players on trial at the moment that I'm just testing out, just see if I can try and get them to the club. Certainly players like Tim Chow, David Atkinson, Carl Vassell's doing pretty well. Kelvin Douglas as well. Joe Wright, Bradley Wood. Got a couple of decent players in the team, but obviously at this level it's all about just kind of just trying to get promoted as quickly as possible, basically. I'm actually going to make one slight change, actually. I'm just going to take out Aaron Birch, and I'm actually going to bring Kelvin Douglas into the team. So, I'll just make that change really quickly. Aaron Birch was on the right of our midfield. So, just switch them two over. I think Kelvin Douglas, he's starting to get a bit of match fitness now, and I think that he can... he's certainly one of the best in terms of current ability at the team. So we'll get into this game anyway, and we'll just see how we get on. Okay, so we're just about to kick this game off. I'm just going to go for standard mentality because we're not actually favourites for this game, and also playing away from home, I don't want to go too gun-ho, especially when we're not favourites. So we'll start the match. What I'm going to do really quickly, I'll just pause it, just make sure that we can see all the key highlights for the goals. Just turn the sound down. I think that match speed should be okay. If it does go a little bit quick, then obviously I'll just lower the speed settings anyway. But yeah, first half we're pretty much almost right through it at the moment. Not too much is happening, which is quite disappointing, but it looks like we've got a slight chance here. Their striker's onto it Southwell, and that is an awful miss. And yeah, thank God we are playing in non-league, because they should have taken the lead there. So the ball comes out to Barlow. Our fullback manages to get the ball through onto Vassell, and he boots the ball right into the back of the net. So yeah, simple ball over the top, and Vassell manages to run onto the long ball. We are actually using Vassell as a poacher, which I can really, really highly recommend when you're playing non-league football. Just try and look for a really, kind of fast striker, or just someone who's a little bit more of a target man. I can really highly recommend that. So we go into half-time now. I guess because we weren't obviously favourites for the game, what I want to do is just say I'm pleased with the performance, and a few players are not playing too well, so I'm just going to say that I'm not happy. The idea is just to motivate them and inspire them. I'm going to do exactly the same with this guy as well, just try and just give him a bit of a boot up the arse basically. Not happy with him, and yeah, let's crack on with the second half. So hopefully a few more chances in this second half big boot up the field again. That's pretty much the tactic for non-league, just kind of boot it up the field and kind of see how it goes. I'm not particularly kind of too interested in about putting in like a passing game or anything like that at this level of football. I'm just literally just aiming to just try and get the team promoted as quickly as possible. And yeah, I do know that with kind of quite fast wingers and obviously a fast striker as well, you're going to have a lot better chance of doing that. So got about 10 minutes of this game left. Usually I would kind of break these highlights up, but we're literally having no highlights at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna, it looks like I'm going to be commentating on most of this game. I'm going to stick the players to their positions, obviously be more disciplined as well. I think that's going to be a good thing to do. So obviously with coming into the last 10 minutes, I'm just having a look at the match fitness of some of the players, or any players that are not particularly kind of doing too well for us. Unfortunately, looks like we've got an injury. One of the kind of bad things about managing non-league football, obviously you don't exactly have a lot of players to kind of back you up sort of thing, in terms of, having options on the bench and things like that. It's not exactly too easy. So I'm going to confirm them changes. Just going to pause really quickly. I just want to make sure my wingers are just supporting us, and also my ball in midfielder, I just want him on the defend duty now. I think it's going to be quite a good time for us to just kind of start passing the ball around, just shorter passing, lower tempo, just kind of, just retain possession of the ball. Obviously only got about 15-ish seconds left. Looks like they're going to be breaking here, but yeah, our midfield just manages to break that down. And yeah, although it was quite a boring game, I'm obviously happy just to get the 3 points. At these kind of early days in this save file, yeah, pretty much that's literally all I want to do from this team. I don't want kind of any fancy football or anything like that. I'm just literally just happy, just keep grinding the results out and just keep winning. So I am going to call this the end of the episode, guys. What I'll probably do is just try and, kind of get through most of the first season, because obviously in the first season, being quite low down, I just want to, get promoted as quickly as possible. Hopefully we can try and do that this season. That's going to be my aim, just to try and get them promoted first season. Obviously the higher up the leagues we go, the kind of more exciting it's going to get. What I'll probably do is just towards the end of the season, I'll probably just do one more episode where we maybe play like a couple of games or something like that. And then at least, we can kind of, have a catch up with this team and things like that. But yeah, do drop the like button. Well, click the like button to support the channel and of course this series. And yeah, I want to hear your comments, guys. If you've got any comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. And of course, do subscribe to the channel and you'll be the first to see these new videos when they do come out. Thanks for watching.